In this video, we're going to take a look at what may be going on with the bees. I have a freaky flashing light update to share with you guys, as it is Freaky Friday. But first, this here from Michael O'Day.
This NOAA weather radio station is temporarily off the air.
I remember that back when I was a kid. 162.5. That's the Emergency Broadcast Network. Apparently, it's no longer online. Also in this video, I've got a bizarre video out of Georgia, Cordell, Georgia. Gentleman by the name of DJ a couple of nights ago noticed something way off in the distance that appeared to have impacted the earth or something like that. Watch how quick this disappears. It struck him as so odd that obviously he felt compelled to record the incident. Original on the right, zoomed in on the left. It disappears after a few seconds as if something was smoldering over there for a while and then disappeared. Don't know what was going on in the rural part of Cordell, Georgia, just a couple of nights ago. Video footage sent in by DJ. Thank you, DJ. Really appreciate that. I wanted to revisit the bee situation, as we've had videos come in and all kinds of emails. People are noticing bizarre bee behavior. Andrew out of Huntington Beach, California, noticed this bee the other day as if it was trying to build some sort of a cage or something to hide in. So what Andrew did is he could tell something was clearly wrong with the bee. He put the bee inside of a cage, and he said once he did that, the bee, which is right there, appeared to calm down. It wasn't moving around and wobbling all over the ground like it was prior to him doing that. And like he was saying, it was as if something was interfering with the bee there until he put the cage over it, acting like a Faraday cage. And this next video here was sent in by Kenny out of Forestville, Connecticut, from just a couple of days ago, when he too noticed a bee behaving mysteriously on the ground, appearing to be very discombobulated, as if something was interfering with its ability to even fly. Here's another video of the same scenario. Michelle, April 20th, noticed a bee behaving the same exact way. What is going on with the bees? Are they sensing the same things that the lights are sensing all around the world? There's definitely something going on. I found some bees on our back patio that I have never seen before, and I'll share that with you guys here in just a moment. Sean out of Port Allen, Louisiana, 4/21 of 2025, noticed these bees on the sidewalk here on the ground. For 5 days in a row, he walks the same area every day, and for some reason, the bees were drawn to the ground. And some of the bees, if you look at it real closely, were discombobulated like the other two videos that we just saw. They were behaving in a mysterious way, unlike any ways that he had ever seen before. Here's the bees that I found on our back patio back in March 29th. I went outside in the morning, there wasn't anything on the patio. Went out in the afternoon, and there were 8 bees laying on the patio as if they'd gotten into something. And we don't have any type of insecticides on our property or anything like that. I don't know what happened to those bees either. And since I've been posting the videos about the unusual bee behavior, I received this photo sent in by Sheila B. out of Louisiana. She was buying some flowers the other day, and she noticed this tag on the flowers, and I marked out the location where she was buying these flowers. And it goes on to say that these flowers have been treated with neonicotinoids, even approved by the FDA for healthy home gardening. Are you serious right now? So I Googled neonicotinoids because Sheila had said any type of plants that have been treated with that can be harmful to bees, and she was right. Several U.S. states have enacted restrictions on the use of neonicotinoid pesticides, primarily focused on outdoor and non-agriculture use to protect pollinators like bees. Some states have completely banned the use of neonicotinoids. And here's the bottom line on neonicotinoids. Neonicotinoids are a group of insecticides used widely on farms and in urban landscapes. Although less toxic to mammals and other vertebrates, neonicotinoids are highly toxic in small quantities to bees. So it makes you wonder, is that what's going on with the bees? This stuff is clearly not good for bees, and if bees are getting into these flowers that have been treated with this, it may be causing them issues. I don't know, but I found that very interesting. Thought I'd pass it along. If you're going to plant flowers this spring, I would check the flowers that you buy and make sure that they haven't been treated with that, because apparently they are not good for the bee population. Also have an update on the private planes. We'll get to that here in a moment. More today than there was yesterday. Speaking of more, the map here in the United States is now up to 442 different locations. I've updated the map today, and we're dealing with now purple lights instead of just flashing white lights. Video footage here sent in by Nicole out of Bradenton, Florida, who noticed purple lights along the highway. And there's a backstory to these purple lights that I want to share with you guys that I'm not so sure I'm on board with. But anyway, here's video number 2, more purple lights. Eric out of Newport, Tennessee, noticed an entire parking lot there at that restaurant full of purple lights, and it was the only location. Moving on to video number 3, out of Manchester, New Hampshire, sent in by Ryan B. from 417. Noticed the purple lights off in the distance. He saw them as he was driving down the road. Doesn't that look weird? Video number 4 out of Southeast Florida by Chip. Whole row, almost 2 miles of purple lights. There's a white one, purple, 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 white, white, purple. If this was some sort of factory defect, why would they all become defective at the same time? It's like a new house, and when the house is built, it's installed with new light bulbs. And then say a couple of years later, every light bulb, or at least 90% of the light bulbs, all of a sudden become defective at the same time. And as we know, that just doesn't happen. All of the bulbs don't go defective at the same time. To me, something instigated this. These bulbs are responding to something. Maybe they're responding to the same thing that the bees are. Video here sent in by Rico out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, April 24th of 2025. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 lights here in this community blinking. Even the dog over here noticing the blinking light action. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Video sent in by Rico. Moving on to video number 6. Video number 6 sent in by Lisa out of Minneapolis, Minnesota from April 23rd. She was in a high-rise in downtown Minneapolis when she noticed an entire floor, or part of a floor right there. Several rooms there at the same time. So all of those different rooms, the bulbs all went defective at the same time? Really? Just seems so bizarre. I had a video sent in from Hawaii where the entire building, it was like a 12-story building, all of the windows were flashing. Like this next video here sent in by Stephanie out of Las Vegas, also from the 24th. Look at the signs on this building, not only on this side, but the opposite side over here, as you're going to see right there. Lights malfunctioning on multiple sides of the building. I just find it hard to believe that all 3 of these big signs would go defective at the same time. To me, the energy source that makes the lights work is defective or is having some sort of an issue. Another video sent in by Stephanie, who noticed a parking lot here off in the distance with multiple lights flickering. And again, I can't imagine the bulbs all going defective at the same exact second. Multiple lights flashing in a parking lot. I want to share an article with you guys that I ran across. This article was dated March 29th of 2025 from USA Today. It goes on to say, have you seen a purple street lamp? A puzzling coast-to-coast phenomena explained. And I'll summarize this up real quick. It goes on to say there's a filament inside the lights that go bad, and this filament causes the lights to emit a purple light. This thing right here. The cover over that chip goes bad, and then the lights all of a sudden turn purple. So you're telling me that all of those lights that we just saw on that freeway, especially down here in Southeast Florida, so all of those chips malfunctioned at the same time? It just doesn't seem possible to me, that's all. Kind of like what we're about to see right here. Check this out. I mentioned the private jets yesterday, how there was an overwhelming presence of private jets in the skies above the United States. And here's a screen grab from just east of the Mississippi. This area covers Illinois, parts of Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, and Kentucky. 136 red rectangles you see on here represent private jets. Just in this area alone, 136. Here's another screen grab that I took from 11:22 this morning. Check this out. 107 private jets at 11:22 a.m. Florida, South Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and parts of southern Georgia. 107. Here's another screen grab that I took. In total, there were 303 private jets in the air east of the Mississippi at 11:22 a.m., 11:25 a.m. this morning, Eastern Time. This map here shows Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, northern Mississippi, and northern Georgia, parts of all of those states. And there were 60 on this map. 303 total private jets in the air this morning at 11:22 Eastern Standard Time. That is a huge increase. And right now, as I'm doing this video, this is live. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there in that area. Actually, 5, 6, the smaller planes are private jets. Let's count just in the magnified area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right here in this area, just north of the balloon, there's 20 private jets in the air. And if you look at other parts of the world, which I have, I've looked over Europe and the United Kingdom, Japan, and the United States is the only place showing a massive increase in private jet activity. And this increase was indeed confirmed by a gentleman who left a comment in the comment section of yesterday's video. North Main Guy 5896 contacted his friend, and here's the comment that he posted yesterday. He said, I just wanted to comment on the private jet observation. A friend of mine flies for a jet charter service, so I asked him about it last night. He said that they are flat out. They're very busy, and the planes are being used as much as they can be used. I spoke to him in his hotel room on a layover, and he had flown almost 10 hours yesterday. And he went on to say, and I quote, there's a lot of money out there with regard to all the private jets in the air. And yes, indeed, there is. I did some simple math, and 303 private jets, if they were all owned by a charter service, they would be generating, on average, nearly $1.5 million an hour just based on 300 planes being in the air. Some of the planes are obviously independently owned by private citizens, and then some of them are owned by charter companies. But either way, there has been a massive increase in private jet activity above the U.S. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website, look for this red tab that says have a large video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.